and welcome back. Welcome back. My name is Dr. Dale, and I am truly honored to be here with you. Another wonderful. Today's the last episode. Today's the last episode of Women Living Fearlessly, our global podcast series. Welcome. Welcome. Today's the final session. And today's March 27, depending on where you are, or March 28. And it's evening over here. I'm in South Florida. So wherever you are, hello to you. Good evening. Welcome. Thank you for joining this conversation. Over the past two conversations, we have explored a lot. We went from awakening, which was the first episode. We talked about when something shifts, that shift that happens when it's time for you to shift, what that looks like. So the amazing authors, co-authors of this book, Living Fearlessly, are here, and we're going to close this out, and we're going to close it out in the right way. So 2 weeks ago, the second session we did was choosing courage in real time and what that looked like as we were going through the process of writing this book, writing each one of our chapters. And today we are arriving at becoming. What does that look for each one of these authors? What does it look like for me? What does it look like for them? Because on the other side of that fear is not somebody that has it all figured out. On the other side of that fear is not someone that has it all figured out. It is the truth. It is what life looks like for them, what life looks like for you, that clarity, that alignment, making sure that you are doing and where you are is where you are meant to be. And this conversation today is no less than that. So, are you ready for this next episode? This last episode, we're going deeper into understanding who you are, what you are no longer tolerating, what you are willing to go out on a limb for yourself. Today's conversation is what we have learned, what these authors have learned in their life once they decide once that chapter was written, what happened, right? What carries them forward, and what we're no longer going to do, and what we are giving up, letting go, so that we can move forward. Because fear may have been part of the journey, but it doesn't stay that way. It does not get to define the rest of their journey. We get to decide that. They have decided that. I have decided that. So today, I invite you to engage, to listen, to think, to reflect, to ponder, and maybe even ask yourself, who are you becoming because you choose to quit dot dot dot. That question is a question that nobody here can answer for you. Only you can answer for yourself. So once again, welcome. I'm going to bring these amazing, beautiful souls to the stage so we can get this conversation going. Sarah, Bethany, Liz, Peace, Robimbo, hello, welcome. Hello, ladies. Where is everybody? How is everybody doing?
We're so good. It's so exciting to be here, Dr. Dale. Thank you so much.
Yes.
It's
Bethany,
a
hi.
pleasure.
Is Rabimbo here? Where's Rabimbo? I thought I brought her up. Okay. So thank you, ladies, for being here for this last conversation. Because where some of you are, just a reminder to every single person that's here before we get started and too deep into it. Happy birthday, Bethany! Are we gonna sing happy birthday for Bethany?
Happy birthday.
Woo! Happy birthday, Bethany.
Bethany, we're gonna sing happy birthday.
Thanks, guys.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. This is the
Birthday
breakdown
to
version.
Hello.
Oh,
Happy birthday, dear
thank you,
Bethany.
beautiful queens. I love
May
you so
live
much.
to
This is
see
why I'm
many
up at 5
more,
a.m. for
and
you.
love and blessings and all the things. All the things.
Aw.
So
Thank you, my beautiful friends.
yes, health, wealth. There's a saying in Spanish, health, wealth, and that's maybe some love. add the love there, and I'm sure you have a lot of that with the ladies that are here, with your family and your friends. So happy birthday, and thank you for being up so early, because it's early where you are, right?
It is. So, but that's okay. It's a beautiful pleasure, and I'm so grateful to be here and sharing this time with you all.
Thank you. Thank you, Bethany. You see, that's how important it is when you meet a group of individuals that get you, and you don't have to. I think Sarah was mentioning earlier, she doesn't have to pretend. She can just be herself and then have support, what that looks like, right? And I really agree with that 1000%. Like, there's no judgment or anything that's happening. It's women that constantly want to uplift you, which is what the Women Changing the World is all about, which is how all of us met. Yes.
Yeah.
And what an amazing community, as you say, which does celebrate authenticity, vulnerability, and compassion, rise each other up, because then we all benefit.
100%.
We're very grateful to Peace and Katie for bringing us all together.
Thank you so much. And this is how we change the world. You know, the ripple effect of every single one of your work is felt far beyond the space of like just you as an individual. It's powerful. You're each connected to hundreds of people, and the work that you do connects hundreds of other people. And today, even people listening and watching this podcast will be inspired by our stories. So yeah, we're just so honored to have this beautiful community of women who are on a mission to make the world a better place. And we're just so honored to have all of you part of it. It's beautiful.
It's special.
A mission is it. Yeah. And a mission, you don't give up on your mission, right? You set out to do something and you stick to it. You stay consistent. And it's not for the weak of heart, right?
Yeah, it's not easy.
It's not for the weak of heart. But if you have determined, I love what you said, mission. That is your mission. That means come yay or high, left, right, whatever happens, stick to what you said your mission was. I remember, Robimbo, the last session you mentioned when your laptop or something had went out, and you're like, she was on a mission. She needed to finish that chapter, right, Robimbo?
I had to. I really had to. I really had to get the laptop. No matter what it took, I really had to, and I ended up getting the laptop.
Yeah. Because you were on a mission and you were determined to not let whatever was happening to deter you from your mission, right? And I'm sure each and every single one of us, if we go around and say what that one thing, I'm sure stuff happens throughout the chapter as you were writing it, and you determine, you know what, I gotta do this, and you challenge yourself, right? Liz, I see you smiling. You want to add something?
I know, I'm just laughing because I'm nearly finished a book, and I'm on a mission to finish this book, and the last 2 chapters are killing me, but I have put a new methodology in place just to get through it. And I'm like, it's such a big mission, right? To just get to the end of whatever it is that you set out to do. Sometimes I find just when you get very close to the end, sometimes the last day or the last 50 meters or that last beat, that can often be the hardest bit, right? And
I agree.
You know, you think you're nearly there at the top of the mountain. It's like, no, there's always like that little extra thing that kicks in. And I think, you know, you always have to remember sometimes when you get near that end, it's also a mind shift, because if you can see it differently, or if you can actually see, actually, I'm not going to think about it as being a big last step. I'm going to think about it as being an easy last step, or how can I enjoy the last step? Can I put some flowers in my office? Can make a nice big pot of tea? Can I just think about it differently? And what's that mind shift I need to make to actually just get across the line? And I think, and sometimes I think we forget we can just flick, what's that thing we can flick in our mind, that switch to make us see things differently. And I always remember, as a little story, when I was coming back from Antarctica one time, we hit a Hurricane 5, a Category 5 hurricane, and we were in an icebreaker. I actually thought I was going to die. And I was up on the deck trying to brace the camera guy, filming the waves crashing and everything happening. And the young teenagers that were with us because it was the United Nations Year of Youth project, they were up there saying, "This is awesome." And I'm like thinking, hello. And they were just saying, like, better than the Big Dipper. This is better than Disney World. And I was like, okay, girl, like, let's see. There are different ways to see this, right? They saw the adventure, the excitement, the amazement of it. And I was locked in the fear of it. And so I was so grateful to learn there are so many different ways to see things. And sure, fear is one of them. But fear is also something that is kind of like a loop that's stuck in your mind, a loop that's stuck in your brain, you know. And sometimes you have to say, okay, how can I practice to not see everything in fear, but to be fearless in how I see it, and have the strength to see it differently and find a different perspective that will take me through.
You're doing that would take you over that hump. Agree. Yeah, you have to talk to yourself differently, and you get to decide what that looks like, right?
Exactly.
You get to decide what that looks
mindset.
like. So I said I wanted to start us off with this question today, and we can go around and kind of see where it did before we jump in. Let's, anyone that wants to jump in, and what would you say to that woman right now, standing at the edge of her own fear? What would you want her to know?
Go, Sarah.
I would tell her that without fear, there's no such thing as bravery. Each one needs to be inconsistent of each other. So you need fear to be brave. You need brave for there to be fear. So my advice to women is, embrace that fear and just jump 2 feet first, like always. I used to be quite afraid of everything. I mean, I'm diagnosed with severe anxiety, which is like the ultimate fear of mental health. And I managed to just stand up one day, you know what, I'm not going to let fear control me anymore. I'm going to choose bravery, and I'm going to, jump 2 feet forward. So that's what I do now. I just take my 2 feet and I just jump.
Yes. I love that. I actually picture that.
Doing a big jump forward.
Yeah. Sometimes I leap now, so.
I love that, Sarah.
Because once you get a hang of it, you're like, oh, this feels good. So let me just start. Anybody else want to jump in?
Well, that's where your growth happens, isn't it? It's when you challenge yourself and push those boundaries. The famous quote is, nothing will change if nothing changes, which I'm sure I've gotten wrong, but along those lines,
but we get it.
If it wants to be different, you've got to attack it a different way.
Agreed.
I was just going to add another quote. I think it's an Oprah quote, that if you don't ask the question, the answer will always be no.
Ooh,
so
yes.
we don't know what possibilities and potential and magic is waiting for us unless we have the courage to take action on that. And we can't take action on that if we're letting fear hold us back. Fear of things not working out, fear of not doing something perfectly, fear of, not being good enough, or imposter syndrome. We have to have the courage to take action. Otherwise, we won't know. Sometimes things don't work out, and that's okay, because sometimes they do work out, but we have to believe in ourselves enough to take action and give it a try. And so my advice to all of the women out there is go for it. Just give it a try. If it doesn't work out exactly as you thought it would, change something and try again. But don't let fear stop you from living the life that you've dreamt of, because it's too important.
I love that. That made me all feel warm on the inside, Peace. Thank you.
I also want to add on that, because fear doesn't disappear in every journey, but it shows up at every level. So we don't have to overcome fear by avoiding it, no, but we have to overcome fear by walking through it and realizing that fear never had the power
Mm-mm.
but we do have the power to overcome fear.
Yeah.
So no matter what you're going through, just know that fear is a signal not to stop. It's more like a stop, don't stop sign. So it means you're not supposed to stop. Keep on going
Mhm.
Yeah.
and never look back. And every
Mm.
step you take, just know fear is going to be part of that journey. But tell yourself, I'm not going to be afraid. Because fear is proof that I'm stronger and you are stronger than fear itself.
My.
Yes.
Oh,
Love
powerful.
that.
Yes.
And I was going to add to that as well is that, sometimes when you're practicing something, practicing how to make the cake better, how
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
do something better, in a sense, when you also have those opportunities and fear presents itself, it's like how you have a learned behavior to overcome fear. It's how you have that learned behavior to be able to change the narrative in your mind, because
Mhm.
at the end of the day, kind of our emotional body can be so reactive. But if we can actually learn to tame our emotional body, and say, girl, rein it in, like you're just letting that story run away in your mind. You've got your own big cinematic drama happening in your head, but like
Yeah.
dampen it
Mhm.
down, change it, like you
Mhm.
we have so much power to actually change our mind. And when we kind of harness the energy of our mind, we can actually turn it into amazing things. And then, you can start to think more about how you want to get through something. And so when those sliding doors moments happen in your life, you can really think about how to step through with more courage. You can step through with more consistent knowing that you
100%.
have that internal strength. And so, in a sense, if you think you're never going to run a 10-kilometer marathon, which I never thought I could, but I practiced and practiced.
Yeah.
Once I ran all of it, but I did run half and walk half. But my mindset changed, because when I did it last year, I realized I could do it. And now everybody I'm with says, you walk so much faster after you did that marathon. And I'm like,
Yeah.
girl, I realized in myself, oh, I could do that a bit faster, right? So
Yeah.
find who you are, like, really, and learn to be fearless. And I think every time that opportunity comes up, say, this is awesome. I'm getting a chance to refine my fearlessness all the time, and
Yeah.
know that you can.
I agree. Oh man.
That's a
Thank you
great
for that
outlook.
share, Liz. Yeah. I love that. I love it. I love it. You guys are amazing. And I want it to it just makes me feel so much better. It makes anybody feel so much better knowing that you're not going through it alone. Know that
Mhm.
even though fear up here may be telling you, it's only me and it's only you, but in reality, when you start to look around, to Liz's point, start looking around and seeing, hey, reframe. You can change your mind. You are not alone. You don't have to go through it alone, right? You have people around you that you can tap into. And when you reach out to them, you realize, oh, they're going through something too, similar to me, and I'm not alone. So, but you won't know, to Pisa's point, the quote that you made, you won't know until you make that, you start making that connection and reaching out, right? And letting people know. Yeah. So
True.
here we are with the other prompts. I asked each one of pick any prompt that you want, and we can choose and whatever one you want, and just let's have continue this conversation as because it's time is going, but we don't want it to go, but we gonna keep stay here as long as we can. So let's start off with these prompts. Pick one, ladies, and just let's start sharing, and let's see where this takes us.
Yeah, I'd love to start with one lesson I'd give my younger self.
Mm.
And if I could go back, I'd tell my younger self to treat life and business as an experiment. So a scientist isn't afraid that their experiment's going to fail. Because they know that that's part of the process, right? They do it and it fails. They change one thing, they try it again. That doesn't work. Change one thing, try it again. Eventually the experiment works. And I wish that I knew this at the start of my journey, particularly in business, that if you try something, we run events. So if you put an event out there and it doesn't sell tickets, it's not the end of the world. It's not this embarrassing thing. It just means that the market wants something different. So you have to just try again and find what the market wants. And so I think if we had have started with that mindset that it's okay to make mistakes and readjust and change things as you go along the way, I think that would have been huge for my younger self to know that, because I was afraid of what will people think if I put this event up and no one buys tickets and I have to reschedule the date or cancel it. I'm going to be humiliated. Everyone's going to think I don't know what I'm doing. But actually, the journey, and everyone else is thinking about what they're doing and how they can do things better. They're not obsessed with what I'm doing. And so it's really important to have that mindset that it's okay to make mistakes and tweak things and change things and take a different tack and try things. And actually, that's a really important part of the journey. So that would be my advice to my younger self, is to let go of that fear of being perfect and embrace giving things a try.
That reframe was gold. I hope each and every single one of you got that, because that's not only for job that you're doing or the goals that you have personally, professionally. This is for life. To not take things so seriously. Oh, it has to work out. It has to work out. If it doesn't, it's okay. Check it, pivot, readjust, move, add all you need to do, and keep it moving forward. And to peace, if I know that right there, I wouldn't. Because you want to force things, and you're like, oh, is it me? Like, what's wrong with me? And you internalize. Oh my gosh, you're right. That was for me. Okay, you said that for me. Peace.
And then it would stop me. I'd be like, unless it's going to be perfect, I'm not going to put this out into the universe.
It would.
And that's held things back. Things that could have happened years ago.
100%.
I've been waiting for them to be perfect, and there was no need to do that.
Fear can absolutely keep you stuck, can't it? In that place of no forward, no backward, just constant. So it's awesome to hear you break through.
Yeah.
While I'm chatting, I'll jump in with my option.
Yeah, jump in with yours, because Peace is going to make me cry here, and I don't need to be doing this on camera like that. I love that. Thank you. Tears of joy. Tears of joy.
Always. The belief, I guess, I really had to unlearn was I am enough. I grew up in a very toxic family situation. I was repeatedly warned and reminded I was unwanted, unloved, and very unappreciated. And when you're never good enough, it's very hard to accept yourself for who you are. And that's something that is still a work in progress, but it's definitely helped change my thought perceptions of myself, of I am worthy, I am enough, I can do this, to show others, to uplift, to motivate, to ensure that other people also aren't being held by toxic sentiments that truly have stayed with you and shaped you. And it's okay to leave those by the door.
what are you guys coming with today?
Oh,
This is
sorry.
so good. That was back to that was yes. That was for so many out there. What you
Yeah.
just said.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for all
Beth,
those
I'm
people
very much the same.
pleasers and stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not
Yeah.
the nicest, and it's really hard to stop being your own judge, jury, and executioner when
Oh,
you
yeah.
that's all you've known.
hmm
Yeah, my heart goes to you,
Yeah.
love.
Yeah.
And like Beth, I had a very similar situation, and the belief I had to unlearn was that I was never good enough. When the reality is we are good enough. But when we grow up in such toxic environments, we do get told that we're never good enough, we'll never make it, we're nothing.
Mhm.
And well, look at us now. We beat that. We're
Yeah.
here. We're talking about our experiences, and we're sharing that. We're sharing that experience and going, you can do it too. And like I said, we have to unlearn that we're never good enough. We are good enough, and yeah,
It's a process, and it's a hard one and a long
it's not
journey.
easy.
No, and one you got to keep
what
revisiting.
what I hear each one of you say is that though you chose to be fearless in all of your passion projects in life, personally and professionally, it is something that you have to choose every single day. It's not
Mhm.
one time
Yeah.
coming on that day 2 years ago and then you always have it. It's something you
Yep.
constantly have to choose. Is that fair?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, that is
Yeah.
fair.
I think it's also comes down to we don't necessarily celebrate our wins either. It's okay, what's next?
hmm
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll jump.
It's a nasty thing that stays with you. All the parents out there, love your little ones, please.
Please.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to jump in, and I'm loving what everyone's talking about. What I had to unlearn was that fear is actually my friend, and that fear pushes me to change,
Yeah.
and it asks me to release and let go. So I've had to learn that I've had some like very interesting situations filming around the world where fear has definitely been a massive life lesson for me.
Yeah.
But fear is also our friend, because you think about it, friends show up when you need to change or when you need to work on yourself. So we change that word and we say, fear is my friend.
Yeah.
Fear is my friend.
So he's an ally. Fear is
It
an
is
ally.
my life mirror.
Yeah.
And acknowledge that it's also your teacher. And then when you think about it that way, you think, wow, actually that can also be really powerful, because what is it teaching me? What am I learning? And when I step through, what do I learn from that? And I think, the whole book, Women Living Fearlessly, when I first saw the title, I was like trying to work out the title. But then the more we got into it, I realized what a lesson fear is. And then really fear can be our friend if we realize it turns up when we need to make changes in our lives.
Yeah.
And then it also gives us the opportunity to change something out. And so I kind of do think about fear as a friend, in the sense that it's always nudged me or it's always tested me.
Yeah.
But when I've got through that, I've gained something,
So
a
much
new
more.
tool. And it's a tool that we gather in our kit bag. And then you look back and say, okay, even if I was lost in the dark and I had no idea where my campsite had gone, it made me stop and think and take one step at a time. And it made me trust my internal self,
Trust your intuition. Yeah.
that
Mm-hmm.
having to dig deep and find out a little bit more about who you are, I think we just start to sort of grow our fearlessness and get put in situations. If fear as a friend doesn't challenge us, then we actually don't really have that potential to grow. So we can also reclassify fear, into something that is there to help us on our
to help
journey.
us move forward. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I love that, Liz. Yes. I love that. Thank you. Remember, I want to hear a little bit from you. Which one
Yeah,
is
I'll also add on to that because I
Mhm.
had to unlearn a whole lot of things, not only one, and I'm still learning.
Yeah.
Because for me, for a long time, I thought, okay, oh, this weight that I'm carrying, the challenges, the health challenges, everything that I've been through, the past traumas, I thought that they define me as to
Yeah.
who I'm going to become, the person I am. But no, I learned to understand that no, all these experiences, they are there not to crush me, not to destroy me, but they are there to help me define my own worth. And I've come to understand that honestly, they didn't define me, they refined me
Mm-hmm.
to the person that I am today. Because if I had not gone through it, if maybe I didn't have that one voice that's saying, no, you're not worth it, you can't do this, who are you? Not you. Because sometimes the people that are supposed to build us, the people that are supposed to be there for us, are the ones that are actually destroying us. Because there's so much toxicity around families, especially families. I don't know why it's like that, but I hope people can change. To those who are listening, please let's have each other's back because you don't know how much of damage you're doing to someone. Because once a child grows up with that mindset, it takes courage, encouragement, sometimes self love. You have to love yourself for them to take a step further. Say, no, I'm going to do this. Because there's always that voice telling you, no, 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 you can't do this. You, of all the people, you are not worth to do this. But for me, every storm I faced was not sent to destroy me, no, but to develop me. Because since the journey, honestly speaking, I have overcome fear in so many ways that I never thought I would.
Yeah.
I learned to stand where life tried to knock me down. I learned to love myself for who I am. And I have learned so many things that, you know what, never look down upon anyone unless you're admiring their shoes. That is one of my
I love that.
I love that.
Yeah. Agreed. 100%.
Yes.
yeah, because for me, my journey wasn't about falling apart. It was about becoming stronger, becoming wiser, becoming more compassionate, becoming more courageous, becoming more aligned with my purpose. But it wasn't an easy journey because fear kept on holding me back. It held me back that no, you can't do this. Oh, remember, don't you remember where you come from? And I had people, people who were supposed to be there for me, who kept on telling me that I was nothing, I was not worth it, I was worthless. There was so much toxicity around me that I never thought I would actually be here, actually encouraging someone, talking, like sharing my experiences with. I never imagined that it would happen to me, especially me.
Yeah.
Because when we're growing up, we're told, this, no, this, what these ones, they'll never make it in life.
Yeah. Yeah.
They will not do anything, because the society does measure us with what we have in the pockets. They measure our worth with our pockets. What do they bring on the table? What is the value of their wealth? That's how they measure us. And that is a norm that we as people, I think the world can do a better thing because we don't know what tomorrow holds for anyone. And
No.
fear, I think fear, if it wasn't for fear, I wouldn't be where I am because it actually came as a lesson. it molded me. It has built me to be
Exactly.
the woman I am today.
To
So
live with.
honestly speaking, for today, I just don't survive my story. I stand in it, I own it, and I use it
Mhm.
as a testament that growth is possible. Healing is real, and
Love
there is power in
you.
perseverance. I'm still becoming, and that is my journey, and that is my strength.
Mhm. I agree 1000%. Oh my goodness! Remember, you said so much, and you said so much, and I love the part where you said that that's who I am. That's my story. That's a part of me. It's and that's what it is. So why am I running away from it? I own it. I love it. Good, bad, or indifferent, and this is what it is, and I'm still moving forward.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's just soak that up, folks. That was so much. Each and every single one of you have said so much. Your voice, your courage, your honesty, your willingness to be seen. And it's not for us to, for those out there that may be thinking, oh, you guys are up there probably just showing off and pretend. This is life. This is our journey, a piece of our journey that we have put into this chapter for this book, Woman Living Fearlessly. Just a piece of it, right? And this is one part in this area that they're sharing, that we're letting you know simply where we have showed up, right? And it's continually showing up, right? That's what I'm hearing with everybody, is a continual showing up. This entire podcast series has been a reminder that fear is a part of the journey, and you are not getting rid of fear so you can move forward. You are doing it in spite of the fear that is going to come, right? And to Liz's point, she's like, "Folly, it's your friend." To each and what everybody is that it's your friend. This is what it is. So love your friend, and your friend comes to stretch you, to challenge you, to kind of, if you want someone to just say yes to you all the time, who wants that kind of person around them? Like, it's just a yes person. They just agree with you. You don't want that, right? You want to be able to, you want to do better, and want to cover your blind spots and all the things. So I have one more prompt, and I want each one of you to finish your sentence, and we're gonna get ready to wrap up here, you guys, because the time is going, and I know
Wow.
all of us are a lot of places, and I so thank each one of your hearts for being here with me and completing this podcast series that I am so grateful for. So who wants to go?
Shall
I'm living
I'll jump
fearless,
in.
and I.
I
Peaceful
am
Monday.
living fearless. Yeah, I am living fearlessly when I let go of fear and embrace my purpose, because it's important to not let fear stop me from living my purpose and doing the work that I was born to do in lifting other women, and the ripple effect of those women's work out in the world is too important. It's too important for that work to happen, and I cannot let fear stand in the way of that work. So that's when I'm living fearlessly, when I am in my purpose and I am showing up and doing my work.
Love it. Who wants to connect?
Okay. I'm living fearlessly, like peace, when you just keep moving forward. You keep going. You keep, you just keep embracing everything that, comes to you. You're living fearlessly when you don't listen to others and you listen to your heart, and you just keep jumping forward, keep going.
Yeah. I'll jump in. I'm personally am living fearlessly when I give myself permission to accept those opportunities. To, instead of closing the door and running away with my tail between my legs, opening it, welcoming it, and embracing them.
I love it.
I'll actually jump in. I'm living fearlessly when I honor my journey and stand fully in the truth that every chapter, especially the hard ones, have actually shaped me to be the woman that I am today. And I'm actually honored that I got to live that life, because it's actually shaping me for the woman that I'm becoming and that I'll become in life.
100%.
I will jump in there. I love everyone's answers. I'm living fearlessly when I turn the no's I get from people in my life into my rocket fuel. And so when people say, no, you just can't do that, like you'll never be able to do that, or it's not possible, or whatever, I've learned to say thank you. It makes me so much more determined to do that thing I'm trying to set out to do, or to raise the funds to film something, or to be somewhere. And I've loved this whole series as well, Dale, because I don't know for everyone else, but it's also reminded me about being fearless. And it's reminded me about my personal mission around climate and communications. And it's reminded me that even if I can change one person's point of view, or if I can help people see how they can be part of the solution, if we can all do that thing that we're so passionate to do and work through the fear around it, we are making change, and we can be part of change. Every one of us can be part of change.
100%.
So I'm so grateful for being very excited and rejuvenated just through everybody's stories to remind me about my path and my course. So I just want to say thank you to every one of you, because even though it's early, I'm just so happy to be here. Yeah.
Oh, thank each and every single one of you. That was so beautiful, beautifully said to enclose everyone there, Liz. I love that. Bethany, Rabimbo, Peace, Sarah, thank you so much. Before we get out of here and close out, remember we were here for a short time and it was such a beautiful time. Each one of your stories, it was for me. The reminders was for me, and just the space that each one of you have shared with your energies and your vibration. I just felt it all the way here in South Florida, even though we're miles and miles apart. I felt it, and I feel really seen. And I'm gonna say I am living fearlessly when I see myself in order to see others. That's what I'm gonna say before we get out of here and close out. Peace, I am gonna welcome you. Women Changing the World is how we got together. This is not by chance. It was divine appointment with each and every single one of us that simply wanted to share our journeys. And now it's extending. And this is not the end. This is just a blip in that journey. And each one of us have our own story going on. And we're not stopping here. We are going forward. That is another theme I got from you. You're like, let's go. What's next? Let's leap. Let's move forward. So I welcome you, Peace, to share any updates as it relates to Women Changing the World.
Yes, thank you so much, Dr. Dallin. Thank you once again for hosting this podcast series. It's just been so powerful. And I have loved being with my fellow authors and hearing all of your wisdom as well. It's just been so amazing. But very quickly, I would like to share that the Women Changing the World Summit is happening in Paris. It's happening from the 21st to the 24th of April. We will be celebrating the Women Changing the World Awards, where we recognize the women globally who are making this world a better place and the ripple effect of the work that they are doing. So that's happening in Paris. We'll also be hearing from amazing speakers from around the world at the Women Changing the World Summit. And you can grab your tickets and find out more about Women Changing the World at wcwawards.com. So it's going to be incredible. And Sarah has actually taken the leap to book flights and come across as our photographer. It's the first time she's ever traveled internationally, and she has to go via LA because flights are crazy at the moment. So yes, Sarah's going to be there. And anyone watching, there are still tickets available. Come and join us. It's going to be incredible.
Join. Oh my, I am so sad I won't be there this year. But But
It's gonna be good.
don't be I will be, I have to come back. Like I have to get back together, see everybody. I am excited. I'm so happy for you. Sarah, you were sharing earlier, congratulations. And to all the women that were nominated and are finalists, and all of us, all of you, we are, whether you get an award or not, it was just the being around your energies. That's what me and Dr. Chayla took. It just your energy, and then it wasn't a one and done. It's something that carried me throughout. Peace. I picked up the other day the little card that you gave out to all the women that was on the tables, that that it had like such a beautiful quote, and it had pink on it, so I loved it. So so it was so beautiful. So it's just the support. You feel supported throughout this entire, once you join Women Changing the World, the entire network, the community, you are carried forward in whatever other next you have in life, right? That's what it was for me, and all the women here are nodding their head because they're like, yes, I agree. And now you have connections that forever. Thank you for being a part of this space. This entire series was to kind of give you guys a glimpse of what it looks like writing a book and what it feels like. It is not, for the weak of heart, but it's not impossible either, right? So whether you watch it live when we had the first two, or today live, watch the recording, go back and watch them if you haven't watched it, because you are missing out, and you will walk away with insights and no doubt questions and answers about what your next should look like, right? And if you want to support each and every single one of these women, that's their name. Let me put the name on the screen. Let me make sure you guys' names are there. And follow them. They're on LinkedIn, they're on Instagram, they're on all over. So the book is on Amazon. The woman, each one of the women have the book on their website if you want to support them individually. But the point is that that's the book. That's the book. If it's the author, just reach out, connect with them, support, get support, whatever it is as it relates to what you're doing in life. The community and the Women Changing the World and these authors here can help you, because how are we going to keep this impact going if we don't continue to connect and elevate and enhance and move forward and grow and learn and have fear throughout all of it, right? Throughout all of it. So before we anything else anybody else want to say before we drop out of here? Like, this is it, we're done, you guys.
I just want to say thank you, Dr. Dale, for hosting it and for bringing us together. We really appreciate it, and it's just been amazing to reconnect. So I just want to say thank you so much.
Oh, thank you.
Agree.
Yeah.
You're welcome. So bye, you guys. Keep learning, keep
Thank you,
growing, keep rising, keep
It's
living
not
fearlessly.
goodbye.
because-
It's see you later.
And see you later.
Let's see you later. See you
Yeah.
later in your growth process. Take care, everyone.
Look after
Bye.
you.
Thanks,
Bye.
everyone.